We're about to get underway for heat number 5, which is green now. It is a very good getaway from the middle of the pack. Looked like Richard Mulder was quick on his heels there, but a clear lead, it looks like, for David Story from the front row of the grid. And as they round the first corner, it's a gaggle of cars making their way through. It was indeed Story who got the lead through. And Darren Johnson following in his wheel tracks, trying to get up alongside now and round the outside of hairpin 2. That is a fantastic maneuver to take the lead, and he is in front as they come through the S's. It looks like Story getting a little bit mugged now, because I think that's Owen Morgan has come through. And look at Brad Philpott already into 3rd place from 15th on the grid. That is absolutely marvellous stuff from the double VLN class champion. As they come towards the back end of the circuit now and back up towards the hill, they will emerge back into sight, and we will see Philpott already into 2nd place now as he's gone past Johnson and is now challenging kart number 16, which is Owen Morgan, for the lead of the race. Around the first corner, following in his wheel tracks, is he going to try and get up the inside? No, Johnson's just about covered it off. But now very late on the brakes, and he gets it done anyway into hairpin 1. Brad Philpott hits the front. The next top panelist is Chris Turner in 4th place, and then Spanner's ready in 5th. So they're making their way through. They're actually side by side coming towards the S's. Spanner's trying to get past Turner and makes it stick around the outside. Van Geen following him through as well. He's going to get on the inside into the sign sweep, but he thinks better of it, has to bail out. And Spanner's getting a little bit narrow on the line there, down towards the right-hander at the bottom of the hill, where in fact compromised his exit and allowed Turner to get back up the inside. Philpott comes past me now with a rather healthy lead already, and it is Turner back up in 4th place with a big gap back to Spanners, and then Power and Van Geen. So that is the one to watch. Turner trying to get around the outside of the first corner there on Darren Johnson for the podium placings. Didn't make it stick. Pounces up the inside, gets it all locked up. That was almost his 2nd contact of the day, but he just about managed to bail out. 3 wide between Spanners, Power and Van Geen behind them. Meanwhile, look at this lot coming through the S's now. This is brilliant stuff, and it's Van Geen who's made a move there on Power and moved up a spot as well. But they're still all squabbling for this final spot on the podium as they go back down towards the bottom of the hill. It looked like the status quo had been maintained as they reach to the bottom of the hill there. And meanwhile for Philpott, he's just stretching his legs up there in the front of the field and looks on course to take his 2nd victory of the day. Owen Morgan, a very healthy gap now, and now they're starting to dispatch Darren Johnson in 3rd place. Turner's made his way through. Spanner's made his way through as well. Here comes Power to make his way through as well now into the first corner. And Van Geen will follow him through under braking for hairpin 1. So Darren Johnson has been a stout defence of that podium position, but I'm afraid it is coming to an end now. And so all eyes now on Turner and Spanners and Power and Van Geen as they squabble for the final spot on the podium. And Spanners had a little look up the inside of the S's there on Catman Turner, but there was no way through. Turner able to spot with the black helmet and the black overalls. Spanners also running the black overalls, but the white helmet looked like he was having a lunge up the inside at the bottom of the hill. Now, did he manage to make that move work? It was certainly a brave one. You can definitely pounce on your rival there. Morgan comes past me in 2nd place. Who is going to emerge in 3rd? It is Spanners, and Turner now getting swapped by the pack because Power and Van Geen go through as well. So Turner started the lap in 3rd place. He's lost 3 places. Van Geen trying to get up the inside of Power as well. That is opportunistic stuff into the first corner. He's made it stick. That's fantastic stuff from Van Geen. He was sitting here complaining about how his weight was going to hold him up coming up the hill, but he's made a fantastic maneuver there. And this battle between the Missed Apex panelists is just absolutely enthralling. So Spanners there in 3rd place, Van Geen 4th, Power 5th, Turner in 6th place as they get back down to the bottom of the hill. Nothing doing as they went through the right-hander, and they are 8 seconds back from Philpott, who is in the lead, and 4 seconds back from the 2nd place car of Owen Morgan, who comes past me now, past the cafe. Spanners emerged in 3rd place. Van Geen still ahead of Power. It could be all change as they tick off another lap and head towards the first corner. Turner may have been shuffled down the order, but he is not through yet. Van Gien going defensive into hairpin 1. Is it enough? Because Power locks up and gets into the side of Van Gien, holds his hand up there, tries to get the place back, and Turner, ever the opportunistic, gets both of them into the second hairpin. Fantastic stuff. So a little mistake there from Power ended up costing him and Van Gien a spot, and he ends up staying ahead of Van Gien. Whether that was the cheeky let him go through and immediately repass him, it certainly looked to be, but it's Power ahead of Van Gien now, but Turner up 2 spots into 4th place. Rising back up the hill now, Spanner's stretching his legs in 3rd place. Oh, Turner's lost both those spots already because Power and Van Gien have come through. Turner trying to retake the spot on Van Gien now up the inside of the first corner. Didn't quite make it stick, and Van Gien actually ended up closing the gap to Power in the meantime. And Spanners will be loving this, sitting in 3rd place there, staying ahead of the reigning Mr. Apex champion Kyle Power, who is doing his best to keep Van Gien and Turner at bay at the moment, although it looks like they're just closing in on Spanners ever so slightly. If they stop squabbling, they'd be making a better job of it, and I'm sure that is the communication that has gone from Power through to the cars behind him. That is astonishing. Philpott's just gone past me, and this battle for 3rd place was only just going down the bottom of the hill. Philpott is on absolute fire at the moment. So the 3rd place battle comes back past me now and up towards the timing line. Still nothing doing. Turner has another look up the inside but can't do anything with it on Van Gien. Power now starting to drop those two as they are getting in each other's way a little bit. I'm sure Van Gien's taking a defensive line somewhere and cost themselves a little bit of time because Power starting to just eke clear of the 2 carts squabbling behind him. Can he have a run at Spanners for the final spot on the podium in the last 3 minutes of this heat of death, heat number 5, where all of our panelists have been taking part in this one? Phil has a good look at the timing board as he comes past me. Now we'll see he has set the fastest lap of the race, a 50.8. That is definitely the fastest lap of the day as we've seen the temperatures starting to come down now. Still Morgan in 2nd place, by the way, but 10 seconds behind now. Now, is this the run for Turner? He had a very good run, and up the inside he goes on Van Gien, but Van Gien with the wider line carrying more speed around the outside. And we've got a spinner in the middle of the track down at hairpin 1. It was not the 2nd place car, luckily, so that's actually Antonia Rankin in cart number 10. Only a 2nd time at a karting venue. They go through safely, and yeah, it's definitely closing up for 3rd place because Power's caught right up to Spanish. Turner not finished through with Van Gien either for 5th place. So definitely a good couple of battles brewing here in the last 2 minutes of heat number 5. Morgan still with a very healthy advantage. Power chasing down Spanish for 3rd place. Turner chasing down Van Gien for 5th. Now Turner's tried this move up the inside twice already. This time tries the outside, ends up breaching the track limits rule there. That is definitely more than half his car. Oh, Power down the inside of Spanners for the final spot on the podium. Spanners had no answer for Power there as he took the lunge up the inside of the right-hander. Can Spanners come back at him though? He has a good run as they come through the S's and is nibbling at Power's heels, but it's going to be a lunge here in the final few minutes of heat number 5. Coming back down towards the bottom of the hill. Is he going to have a look at the inside? No, he does not. There was no way through there for Spanners, so he's going to have to get creative here to try and force Power into a mistake. That is an enviable job, to say the least. Back up towards the hill now. Power just able to stretch his legs a little bit there coming up the hill. Turner and Van Gien still absolutely nose to tail. Turner getting a little bit of a run, but no way through still. On the inside of the first corner here. This is going to be hugely frustrating for Turner. Can't do anything about Alex Van Gien at the moment. Less than a minute left on the clock, so I think we're on the penultimate lap now. We'll have to keep an eye out for that last lap board. It's going to be hard to time it because Philpott is 13 seconds clear, and Spanners has retaken Power for 3rd place. So fantastic stuff. He's retaken that podium spot, and Power has got one more lap to try and do something about it. Last lap board has indeed gone out. So Philpott has come across the timing line to start his final lap. Owen Morgan has as well. Spanners comes out in third place there. Last lap of the race. What's he going to be able to do about this? Power looks up the inside of the first corner at Conway's. Can't do anything there. Can he have a look up the inside? Oh, they bump wheels as he tries to find the inside line and getting just squarely under braking. He gets the place, but Spanner's pushing him onto the grass almost. Power still with the line into hairpin 2, and he takes the position. Spanner's got to be careful now because Van Gien and Turner have arrived on the scene as well. Spanner's trying to get around the outside. He can't do anything into the S's. Barreling down towards the hill now. Van Gien trying to have a nibble at the heels as well. This is thrilling stuff for the final spot on the podium in heat number 5. They disappear behind the building. We're going to have to wait to see who comes out on top. Philpott, meanwhile, takes the checkered flag. Owen Morgan will come through in second place, but who is going to emerge on top of this banner for third place? It's Richard. Spanner's ready. He's already celebrating, shaking his fist, absolutely loving it. He takes third place. Absolutely brilliant. Kyle Power in fourth place ahead of Alex Van Gien and Chris Catman Turner. That was absolutely thrilling. Congratulations, Brad Philpott. That is his second victory of the day in 2 heats. Owen Morgan, a very comfortable second place. Richard Spanner's ready, putting it all on the line on that last lap to take the last spot on the podium.